Ajmer-Merwara, also known as Ajmir Province and as Ajmer-Merwara-Kekri, is a former province of British India in the historical Ajmer region. The territory was ceded to the British by Daulat Rao Sindhia by a treaty on June 25, 1818. It was under the Bengal Presidency until 1936, when it became part of the Northwestern Provinces Comissionat L. 1842. Finally, on 1 April 1871, it became a separate province as Ajmer-Merwara-Kekri. It became a part of independent India on 15 August 1947 when the British left India. The province consisted of the districts of Ajmer and Merwa, which were physically separated from the rest of British India, forming an enclave amidst the many princely states of Rajputana. Unlike these states, which were ruled by local nobles who acknowledged British suzerainty, Ajmer-Merwara was administered directly by the British. In 1842 the two districts were under a single commissioner, then they were separated in 1856 and were administered by the East India Company. Finally, after 1858, by a chief commissioner who was subordinate to the Governor-General of India's agent for the Rajputana Agency. Extent and geography. The area of the province was 2,710 square miles. The plateau, on whose centre stands the town of Ajmer, may be considered as the highest point in the plains of North India. From the circle of hills which hem it in, the country slopes away on every side, towards river valleys on the east, southwest and towards the Thar Desert region on the north. The Aravalli Range is the distinguishing feature of the district. The range of hills which runs between Ajmer and Nasirabad marks the watershed of the continent of India. The rain which falls on the southeastern slopes drains into the Chambal, and so into the Bay of Bengal, that which falls on the northwest side into the Luni River, which discharges itself into the Rann of Kutch. The province is on the border of what may be called the Arid Zone. It is the debatable land between the northeastern and southwestern monsoons, and beyond the influence of either. The southwest monsoon sweeps up the Narmada Valley from Bombay and crossing the tableland at Neemuch gives copious supplies to Malwa, Jalawar and Kota and the countries which lie in the course of the Chambal River. The clouds which strike Kathiawar and Kutch are deprived of a great deal of the moisture by the hills in those countries, and the greater part of the remainder is deposited on Mount Abu and the higher slopes of the Aravalli Range, leaving but little for Merwara, where the hills are lower, and still less for Ajmer. It is only when the monsoon is in considerable force that Merwara gets a plentiful supply from it. The northeastern monsoon sweeps up the valley of the Ganges from the Bay of Bengal and waters the northern part of Rajasthan, but hardly penetrates farther west than the longitude of Ajmer. On the varying strength of these two monsoons the rainfall of the district depends. The agriculturist of Ajmer-Merwara could never rely upon two good harvests in succession. History. In ancient times the Magadhas were the dominant inhabitants. They were defeated by the Chauhan kings Rao Anup and Rao Anhal, whose descendants the Rawat Takos and Chitakathat were the dominant group here. These castes continue to have influence on the politics of the region. Before the arrival of the British, Rajputs, Jats, the Kathats, Cheetahs and Rawat Rajputs were landholders, as well as cultivators. Thakur was the title of the Rajputs and Rawat Rajputs. 11 prominent Rajput chieftains were Binai, Pisangan, Karwa, Masuda, Bandamwara, Para, Kairot, Junior, Baghira, Tanoti, and Bagshuri. These were prominent Rajput Dekhanas of the Mursha Jodha clan. Prominent chieftains of the Merawats Cathats were the lords of Athun, Charm, Shamgar, Bora, etc. Khan was the title of Marat Rajputs, such as the Khan of Athun, a major Tikanar of the Kathat clan. The two major Khanas of Rawat Rajputs, Abhim ruled by the Sujawat clan and Diva ruled by the Virat clan. Taku is the title used by the Rawat Rajputs and many Merits who refer each other as Tar-Aka in general conversation. British rule. Part of the Ajmer region, the territory of the future province was ceded to the British by Daulat Rao Sindhia of Gwalior state as part of a treaty dated June 25, 1818. Then in May 1823 the Merwara part was ceded to Britain by Udaipur state. Thereafter Ajmer-Merwara was administered directly by the British East India Company. After the Indian Mutiny of 1857, in 1858 the powers of the company were transferred to the British Crown and the Governor-General of India. His administration of Ajmer-Merwara was controlled by a chief commissioner who was subordinate to the British agent for the Rajputana Agency. Superintendents for Ajmer: the 9th of July 1818 to 17 July 1818 Nixon. The 18th of July 1818 to 15 December 1824 Francis Boyle Shannon Wilder. The 16th of December 1824 to 21 April 1825 Richard Moore. The 22nd of April 1825 to 23 October 1827 Henry Middleton. The 24th of October 1827 to 28 November 1831 Richard Cavendish. The 29th of November 1831 to 1 July 1832 Richard Moore. The 2nd of July 1832 to 16 April 1834 Alexander Spears. The 17th of April 1834 to 30 June 1836 George Frederick Edmonston. The 1st of July 1836 to 25 July 1837 Charles E. Trevelyan. The 26th of July 1837 February 1842 J. D. McNaughton. Superintendents for Merwara 1823 to 1836 Henry Hall. 1836 to 1857 Charles George Dixon. Agents of the Governors-General for the Rajputana Agency 1832 to 29 November 1833 Abraham Lockett. The 29th of November 1833 June 1834 Alexander Spears. June 1834 the 1st of February 1839 Nathaniel Alves. The 1st of February 1839 to 1839 John Ludlow. April 1839 December 1847 James Sutherland. January 1844 October 1846 Charles Thoresby. December 1847 January 1853 John Lowe. The 25th of June 1848 to 19 November 1848 Showers. The 8th of September 1851 to 1 December 1851 D. A. Malcolm. 1852–1853 George Street, Patrick Lawrence. The 5th of March 1853 February 1857 Henry Montgomery Lawrence. The 15th of March 1857 April 1864 George Street, Patrick Lawrence. The 10th of April 1859 to 24 November 1860 William Frederick Eden. April 1864 to 1867 William Frederick Eden. 1867 to 1870 Richard Hart Keating. The 15th of June 1870 to 1 April 1871 John Sheep Brooke. Chief Commissioners. The 1st of April 1871 to 21 June 1873 Richard Hart Keating. The 1st of April 1871 to 21 June 1873 John Sheeper Brooke. The 21st of June 1873 to 6 April 1874 Sir Lewis Pelly. the 6th of April 1874 to 6 July 1874 William H. Bainon, the 6th of July 1874 to 12 November 1874 Sir Lewis Pelly, the 12th of November 1874 to 18 August 1876 Alfred Commons Lyell, the 18th of August 1876 to 5 March 1877 Charles Kenneth Mackenzie Walter, the 5th of March 1877 to 12 December 1878 Sir Lewis Pelly, the 12th of December 1878 to 27 March 1887 Edward Ridley Colborne Bradford, the 17th of March 1881 to 28 November 1882 Charles Kenneth Mackenzie Walter, the 28th of November 1882 to 27 March 1887 Edward Ridley Colborne Bradford, the 27th of March 1887 to 20 March 1890 Charles Kenneth Mackenzie Walter, the 20th of March 1890 to 27 August 1891 George Herbert Trevor, the 27th of August 1891 to 2 December 1891 P. W. Howlett, the 2nd of December 1891 to 22 November 1893 George Herbert Trevor, the 22nd of November 1893 to 11 January 1894 William Francis Prideaux, the 11th of January 1895 to 20 March 1895 George Herbert Trevor, the 20th of March 1895 to 10 March 1898 Robert Joseph Crosthwaite, the 10th of March 1898 to 1 May 1900 Arthur Henry Temple Martindale, the 1st of May 1900 to 1 April 1901 William Hud Curzon Wiley, the 1st of April 1901 to 3 February 1902 A. P. Thornton, the 3rd of February 1902 to 1 April 1905 Arthur Henry Temple Martindale, the 1st of April 1905 to 4 January 1918 Elliot Graham Colvin, the 4th of January 1918 to 22 December 1919 John Manners Smith, the 22nd of December 1919 to 7 August 1925 Robert Erskine Holland, the 7th of August 1925 to 18 March 1927 Stuart Blakely Agnew Patterson, the 18th of March 1927 to 14 October 1932 Leonard William Reynolds, the 14th of October 1932 to 28 October 1937 George Drummond Ogilvie, the 28th of October 1937 to 1 December 1944 Arthur Cunningham Lothian, May 1939 October 1939 Conrad Caulfield, the 1st of December 1944 to 15 August 1947 Hiranand Rupchan Shivdasani, post-independence from the date of partition and independence in 1947 until 1950 Ajmer-Merwara remained a province of the new Dominion of India. In 1950 it became Ajmer State, which on November 1, 1956, was merged into the state of Rajasthan. The Rajasthan Land Reforms and Resumption of Jagirs Act, 1952 was the landmark in the legal history of land reforms in Rajasthan, which was followed by Rajasthan Tenancy Act, 1955, that became applicable to the whole of Rajasthan. The overriding effect of this act provided relief to the existing tenants and the rights accrued to tenants accordingly. Now the Jats are major landholders in the region.